We have our floor slabs. These are made of metal decking with concrete, so they're composite. You have the vertical framing is composed of these walking columns with their 3D curvature, and then you also have your standard vertical columns that are slightly leaning sometimes, depending on I like exactly where they are in the facade. And then we have our trusses, which we already talked about. It looks like the top floor also has a truss on it, sort of as like a little crown. A lot of buildings do the same thing, where even if they don't have intermediate trusses, they'll put a top outrigger on. Just kind of like binds it all together. You can think of it as like a can with like a lid. Then we have our beams. It looks like they're somewhat radial from the core. I'm wondering how they did this. They must have parametrically done it at each floor because you have a changing floor plan. So it's kind of interesting because you get a lot of irregular beam lengths and beam sizes. So it's kind of hard to optimize that for construction because you just have so many different pieces. It's a lot more specialized per floor, which that's not usually desired in structural engineering because you want some sort of pattern so it's easy to reproduce and not specialized per floor. But you know, for a cool building like this, you got to do it. The facade is also interesting because it's made up of both singly curved, doubly curved, and flat panels. In this image here on the exterior, you can see how you have a lot of flat panels creating this sort of scaling effect where it mimics a curved surface from far away, but if you get up close, like if you go like this and like rub against it, you get cut. It's essentially you have these like little scales there that are the flat panels. This is a huge like cost savings thing, and it doesn't really affect the visual look, and I think it looks kind of cool. So the atrium appears to do something similar where depending on which part of the atrium it's in, the curvature of the panel will change and be optimized.